The way I look at it is being in a canoe on a river. I live near the Mississippi River, and if you're in a canoe or a boat, whatever kind of boat in the river, if you're not anchored, if you're just sort of floating there, you are either working to row yourself or motor yourself upstream, but if you stop, you're going to go downstream. I wanted to just kind of give you an update on how things are going with the walking. So I started out after the hip surgery a year ago. Then I found just points in my neighborhood where I could figure out, okay, if I walk to this certain point, touch a flagpole or fire hydrant or whatever, and then walk back to my front door, that it is exactly a half a mile or 1 mile, for example. And today I'm walking to a point where when I get there, it's 1 mile, and then back to my house is 1 mile. But the goal is to try to see how much health improvement I can make, and strengthening myself again after the hip surgery to get back to better than before. Had a lot of preconceived notions about people getting new hips, and did not realize that this would be a drastic life improvement for me. I'm much better off than I was before because I'm trying to be careful and realistic, but at the same time, the surgeon told me that the entire reason for doing the hip surgery is so that I could be active again. And so I am determined to do it. One of my tactics, or one of my goals, is to just be able to walk as far as I want to. And one of my motivations is I have people that I know that are 30 years older than me that can barely walk. And I am certain it's because they did not have a daily practice of walking. So I'm determined that, when I'm 84 years old, that I will be able to get around at that point. So, but anyway, this is just one of the things that I want to talk about on this channel, is just being able to move and walk and be active in a careful, realistic way for someone who's 54. But I hope this is encouraging to you, that you also can do this, whether you've had a hip surgery or whether you've just been sedentary for too long, like I was. The way I look at it is being in a canoe on a river. I live near the Mississippi River, and if you're in a canoe or a boat, whatever kind of boat in the river, if you're not anchored, right? If you're just sort of floating there, you are either working to row yourself or motor yourself upstream, but if you stop, you're going to go downstream. So if I'm sedentary, I'm not just going to stay in that shape that I'm in, because if I just sit around and continue to be sedentary, things are only going to get worse. So I either have to be actively working to go uphill, upriver, or I'm going to start sliding downhill and be in a position I don't want to be in. So I hope this has been encouraging to you, and if it has, please like and subscribe. Thanks.